issues, psychoses, perhaps. But we were in Buffalo together, which we'll get to. But I think that everybody is here
for what we want to talk about.
For what we want to talk about in Wyoming, because when we left off about your whole Wyoming saga, there was a chance that you were going to have to fly out to Wyoming and you would have to roll up your sleeves and work for your keep and have to look after everybody on the ranch in Wyoming that you were staying at.
Yes.
And the last we heard from you was, you're not going to fucking do it. You're not going to be relegated to a role of having to take care of other people. You're not going to be the help for some rich people who are hanging out in Wyoming.
I think there was a big... I think things got a little complicated. Like, I think some people that listened to the pod thought that I meant, like, I had to go and, like, I had to, like, do my own dishes. Like, I had to, like... After I finished eating, I had to like wipe off my plate and put it in a dishwasher.
And that would have been beyond the pale.
No,
like,
but that's not at all what it was. That's not at all what it was. First of all, I did do the dishes. And
so all that shit you were talking.
I had to work a 5-hour shift at somewhere that I don't work.
To be able to sleep.
To sleep, to share a bed with one of my friends.
Oh, you had to share a bed?
Yes.
So it would have been a 10-hour shift, but it's like, you guys are going to go head to toe. So.
And great ranch, like really, Wyoming's beautiful. Like it was awesome. I got a lot to talk about. Like it was really fun, but it definitely seemed like when we got there, we weren't as welcomed as you would have expected.
What do you mean? Yeah, because you're the help. I mean, you're
people were like kind of pissed. I think that we were there and like weren't paying. And then as soon as we worked, it seemed like they all got like their respect up. Like they were all like, "Hey man, how was Dish? How was Dish?" And it's like, I'm here visiting my friend. I wasn't coming out here to work. It was so weird. Like, I don't understand why they cared about that.
How was Dish? So that's like
that's their lingo. They were all like, "Oh, you boys are on Dish tonight."
And have they all worked?
Give them hell. Yeah, they all work. But also the thing is that you also don't realize until you leave there. So they all work. They make no money. They basically make like $3 an hour, but they get free room and board.
Mm-hmm.
And what a lot of the people that work, what a lot of the people don't know is that the kids that are working there are all like trust fund babies would be an understatement.
They're all rich as fuck.
Like their parents own Google. Like Jeff Bezos' kids are out there working on that ranch. They all are from Darien, Connecticut.
Really?
Yes.
It's just the Koch family?
A large majority of them are from
It's just
like
the Walton family? They're just heirs to the local Walmarts?
Exactly.
But so I don't understand why rich kids would go to a summer camp where they have to work.
Well,
like if you're rich,
it was like a summer camp. It's not a summer camp. It's a ranch. It's all year round.
What is a ranch? What's a ranch?
It's like I don't know, they have like horses and cows and
What do you do all day? What do you do all day?
They all work. They all work all day.
But why would you, if you're rich, why would you go work?
But it's a resort.
But they work at it.
They work at the resort that is on a ranch. So basically,
like a co-op? Is it some hippie shit? Is it like a commune?
It's like, it feels like a commune. I don't think it actually is, but it definitely feels like it. Like my friend Bo would have kept on being like, "Well, we're all one big family here." And I would get the chills down my spine every time he said that.
Yeah, so he's the one that lived there and he's in a cult.
Yeah, and then like one of the people someone came up to us and asked if we would stay the whole summer and keep working. And I was like,
these dishes are spick and span, brother.
Yeah.
You doing anything for the next rest of your life?
Yeah. And then, so I mean, the ranch was fun. We didn't really feel, the whole time there was a sense of like hostility in the air. Like
I feel like this reminds me of a show called 40 Days In on A&E where a regular civilian goes into prison and pretends to be a prisoner for a little bit. And on that show, the people that like go and clean up the tables get the respect of the rest of the prisoners. Yeah. Like that's a surefire way to get respect early on. And that's basically what you did.
Yeah.
You cleaned for your respect.
Yeah, definitely. But the thing is, like, I think I kind of get why people would have been, no one was like directly like mean to us or like nasty to us or anything like that. But,
yeah, because they're rich, they're snarky.
Yeah, but I think there was a little bit of passive aggressiveness going around, and I kind of get it because I get like they're all there all summer working to stay there, and then we show up and we're like just roaming around the ranch. Me and my 3 friends were just like my one buddy worked like the entire time. we would hang out with him like at night. And so we were just like roaming around the ranch, like hanging out in the kitchen and shit. So like I get why they would be like annoyed by that. But also it was like we were invited here. It's not like we just waltzed on in.
You were invited by someone else who works there. Working there the entire time. You were invited to work. You weren't invited there to just
our last day, like the manager of the place came up and asked us if we were gonna. They were like, "So what's your guys' deal? Like, are you guys gonna help out at all?" And we were like, "No." We're like, "We're leaving." Actually,
what did he want you to do? Put hooves on a horse?
I don't know.
Or fucking horseshoes on a horse?
I don't know. So it was weird. Like it would be different if it was like an actual ranch where it was like farmers and like these people who like this is their living. But it was like summer camp for like rich kids to play cowboy for the summer, basically.
What were your buddies saying? Because obviously
we were all on the same wavelength, and I'm not trying to like shit on it too much because it was like everyone there was really nice. There was a little bit of passive aggressiveness. I will say that.
Who are the transgressors of the passive aggressiveness?
I don't know.
What were their names?
I don't know a lot of people's names. The only person.
What do they look like? What were they dressed in? Did they have tattoo arms? Did they have cut off sleeves?
Vineyard vines.
Oh, that
Patagonias.
What? Vineyard vines on the ranch?
Yeah. Well, it's Darien, Connecticut kids. And there was one kid named Ross that was there. He was super cool.
What a scumbag! You liked him?
He was He was our boy.
He's the one.
We kind of hung out with him for most of the time.
Who's someone I could talk shit on? Who's someone we could really unleash on?
I don't really
think
I know.
That girl Leah. Was there a girl named Leah?
No, I don't have any names of people really. I didn't really get to know anyone's names.
That's probably why they hated you.
Probably, yeah.
You're probably just surly curled up at the foot of your buddy's bed like his fucking puppy.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, Wyoming was beautiful. We went on a crazy hike. 15 miles.
15?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How many cows did you burn? How long did it take? And how sweaty were you afterwards?
It took probably like 7 or 8 hours. It was actually a very nice hike because it wasn't like in New England, most of the hikes are like very just like steep incline, and then at the top you get like a really nice view. This was like a lot of just walking, and then there'd be like an incline and then a lot of walking. So like it wasn't like too difficult. It was just really long.
What's your role in your friend group?
Dominator.
You're the alpha?
Yeah, definitely.
They all fall in line?
No.
And is that because you have money and online clout?
No. I definitely don't fall in line like on the top.
Of your friends?
Yeah.
Are you cracking the jokes?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
You're the joke cracker.
Big time joke cracker.
So you keep things light. Like, I'm just curious, like, what your friends were going through the entire time.
Okay, so my friend Bo works there. So we literally, like, the only day off that he had was Monday, and that's when we did our hike.
Right.
So for the entire day, it would be me, my friend Matt, and Nate, and we would just hang out and, like, do shit all day. And we were all on the same wavelength with, like, the passive aggressiveness and stuff.
That they were all being passive aggressive towards you.
It wasn't even that. It was just like, I mean, we're all like awkward dudes. Like maybe we were overthinking it, but you'd kind of walk around and be like, damn, like they don't want us here. Heavy sense of that.
I believe you. I feel
it kind of felt like if you ever go to like a summer camp and you're like, and it's maybe one where you join halfway through, or like everyone there knows each other and you kind of just show up and you kind of just like trying to have to fit in. You kind of have to try and fit in. But like they don't want you to fit in. Like they don't want you there.
They like we already have our thing here. Like you're kind of fucking this up.
Yeah, exactly. It was exactly like that. But good time, good people. No one was like mean or anything like that. Like everyone was nice.
I think that they're just mean behind your back, but they probably destroyed you.
No, I did. We were saying, me and my friends Nate and Matt, we were saying, I was like, I would love to know what people are saying about how it's like, it wouldn't even hurt my feelings. I just want to know.
They're probably like, this gangly bastard.
Who the hell do these kids think they are?
This fucking Slender Man.
And also everyone would come up to me and be like, so you work at Barstool? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, I'd never heard of you or like Barstool before. And I was like, yes, you have. Because if you didn't know that, then you wouldn't be coming up to me.
Why did they ask?
Because it's like they're all like, oh, I live off the grid. I'm better than everyone else that doesn't do this. It's like, well, first of all, most people can't afford to go to a ranch for an entire summer and make $3 an hour. Unless you already are rich as fuck.
Only affluent people are able to work that much under the minimum wage. Like, I get that room and board's paid for, but like the reason that like no one there was like poor is because like people who are actually poor like actually have to get a real job and like make real money. Exactly. That's why I was looking at migrant workers with a side eye. It's like, how can you afford to be working at such a low rate? Yeah. Like you just work your ass off the entire day in a field. It's like, how do you? No, but you know what I mean. The minimum wage wouldn't be $3 an hour in Wyoming. It's only that because they go to this place. Right. But again, very nice people.
Love all of them. And
I hope they listen. I hope they want to come.
I
to
just feel bad because I'm not trying to shit on them, but like I have to because it's like for the podcast.
Also,
I'm not going to lie to my podcast to my listeners.
You value the listeners more than anybody.
I do. This is my job,
and I hope one of them listen.
Yeah.
And honestly, like it's going to make them. Either they're going to feel bad because they thought they were really nice to you, or it's going to make them even meaner because they were already being mean.
That's probably what will happen. But the highlight of the trip was
that sweet ass hike you went on.
The hike was awesome. That was the highlight, definitely. The second highlight was the last night that we were there. We're like hanging out at this like one place.
Was it a bonfire?
Sort of like that, but like
I could tell.
Like it wasn't.
You see how I could just tell that?
Yeah, but it was like that kind of vibe. Like everyone's just like hanging out outside,
sitting around on crates,
just out of nowhere, everyone leaves. Everyone except for me, Nate, and Bo, and these two kids whose siblings work there. And they're like 16 years old. And then Bo left, and it was just Ross was there too.
Do you want me to tell you what happened there?
What?
They all were in a
like,
text conversation,
kids,
and they're like, "We're going to Jenny's room, and we're about to party there."
Yeah, like fuck these weirdos.
I've been in that situation. It's like in high school when you have the game where you run away from the kid with like the overbite or whatever.
Yeah. You run away from the kid whose parents are divorced.
Who has an unstable family situation and it's not his fault. You go sprint down the hallway away from them and make them feel. They're just trying to fit in. But you can't process that with your 16-year-old brain, so you have to make them feel less than because of how uncomfortable they make you feel.
Yeah.
It was that type of situation.
Yeah.
You were making these people feel so uncomfortable that they had to go do the coke that they had shipped from Connecticut in their room all alone and talk shit on you.
So the highlight was me, Nate, Ross, and these two younger kids who didn't work there. And it was just guys' night. Like we were just vibing.
Shut up.
Awesome. Yeah. And then we went to the kitchen and we just stole a bunch of food.
The youngos, the young kids were vibing with you?
Oh yeah, they were awesome. They were great.
Really?
Yeah. One of them was a big son of the Boy Dad podcast, man.
Let's go.
They'll probably
bro.
listen to this.
Salute to the fucking
It was a good night. And then we woke up the next morning, head out.